This was it. The beginning of the end of our van life adventures. And man, was I glad we saved the White Mountains for last. We decided to make the most of it and planned to hike, backpack, trail run every single day until the end, not wasting a single moment. We dubbed this string of adventures our Vanlife Finale. Our friend Will joined us. You may remember him as Nick's crazy running friend who did the 50-mile race and set the River to River Trail FKT with him as well. I was so grateful he was here. It made coping with the end of van life a lot easier. A distraction, perhaps.
No!
We just could do this anywhere else.
What? Yeah, what? We're burning through footage here. Oh!
We decided to embark on the Pemigewasset backpacking loop, aka the Pemi Loop.
We have just begun the Pemi Loop in the White Mountains in New Hampshire. Probably gonna get rained on, but not today. Not today.
In the heart of the White Mountains in New Hampshire, this trail is over 30 miles long with 9,700 feet of elevation gain. It follows the Appalachian Trail for a bit, crossing over Lafayette Peak at 5,249 feet. All in all, it climbs the peak of 9 other 4,000-foot mountains, and we decided to complete it in 2 days.
We made it to the top for some lunch. It was 6 miles with 3,000 feet of gain, so it was pretty tough, but this is our view. So I guess I can't be that upset.
Northeastern hiking is hard. We had been warned about this, but I didn't believe it until now. Every climb was straight up the side of the mountain with no switchbacks in sight. It was exhausting, especially with a 25-pound pack.
I think the food sponsor of this hike is Sour Patch Kids. So this is Mount Lafayette, which is what we are climbing next, and we think we're gonna climb over that and just like keep going around on that ridge back there for the whole loop.
Mount Lafayette was the tallest mountain in the loop, and for me it was the hardest climb, but it was also my favorite climb. The top of the mountain is rocky and exposed, so you have an incredible view the whole way up.
Yeah.
By the time we reached the top, we were exhausted and desperately needed to stop for a break.
This hike is so much harder than we thought it was going to be. Definitely the hardest we've done in the east so far, without a doubt. We've gone a little over 9 miles with almost 5,000 feet of elevation gain, so it's just super gnarly. But I'm hoping on this ridge it's a little less ups and downs. We also need some more water. We are all on our last sips of water. How are you feeling?
Hungry.
This ridge was my absolute favorite part of the trail. I was right about there being less ups and downs, and we stayed above the tree line for a while where we had some great views. We eventually made it to Liberty Springs campsite where we got water and cooked dinner, but planned to move along and camp a couple miles more down the trail. However, this plan was soon spoiled.
So we actually just found out it's illegal to camp where we were planning to camp, so now we have to climb up 2 more mountains today. Oops.
This actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise because we got to watch the sunset from the top of the mountains.
Alright, we made it up. Mountain number 2.
Woo! This is textbook time for a barbaric yop, which is a throaty yell from within. So, on 3, we will be barbarically yopping. 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Yes. Good.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's really
Dude, look at Lafayette.
We made it through day 1 and we are now at camp. I was too exhausted to film our campsite for the night. We ended up doing over 15 miles with 6,500 feet of elevation gain. It was a big day and it was a beautiful day and a very difficult day. For now, good night.
We are on day 2 on the Pemigewasset Loop. Basically, our options today are to hike over 20 miles to finish, or finish with like 3 to 5 miles left. I don't know which one we're gonna do. What do you boys think?
We're going all the way.
We ended up opting for the 20-mile day, which started off really good.
This is the first time we've had like a long multi-mile stretch of pretty flat trail. I'm trying to enjoy it without thinking about the massive climb we have later.
But then things took a turn.
I would describe the mosquito level right now to be unbearable. They're literally biting my hands as I'm taking this video. It's really bad.
This is about 10 miles into the day and where I started to not have fun anymore, which isn't good if you're only halfway done. It was at this point that I realized how ruthless and unforgiving and endless, so endless, these mountains really are. And although these mountains were so beautiful and I enjoyed the challenge this hike had been, all I wanted to do at this point was finish.
We have summited our last mountain, and it should be all downhill for the next 6 miles. How do you... It is the next morning. I did not film much last night because I died. We did 20 miles in one day and it was just a lot. That's the most I've ever done with a pack on and it was horrible. But the trail was really beautiful. We had a lot of fun. I'm really scared it's gonna be the best thing we see in the east and now everything is gonna be worse compared to it. I'm making us some pancakes. Today is refuel, rehydrate day. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe and I'll see you next time.